Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, Reading Ideas. Now I'm going to tell you an absolutely shocking tale of something that happened to me. Absolutely shocking. So I'll hope you'll listen through. So I was a maths teacher for over 20 years, teaching maths to secondary school children from the ages of 11 to 18. In a couple of tough coastal schools in the north of England. Not everybody passes maths, it's not everybody's favourite subject. But along the way, I hope you're still with me. But along the way, I was asked to teach, because my initial degree was in business studies. I was asked to teach a few other subjects. So I've taught general studies, I've taught business studies, engineering, and I think there might even be something else as well. But I was teaching engineering, and it was in different sections. So I was doing more of the maths part of it. And because they'd had staff leave and maths results are important, so as everything, but yeah, in terms of school figures and for pupils to pass, they needed me to drop the engineering part and teach more maths. Now that meant that somebody else would have to do the upper school engineering maths part, and they'd approached somebody who was doing another part. And this was a young female teacher, and she came to see me, and this is what happened. So she came to see me and said, they're asking me to pick up your part. I'm not blaming you. They've asked you to do extra math teaching, but I'm concerned about I've not done a lot of maths, and this is, into A-level maths territory. I'm concerned that they're just going to drop it on me, and I really don't know what to do. And, she talked about various things, and I was, sitting there listening, and I thought, well, she's come to me and asked for advice, so I just kind of paused for a second and thought it through. And I said, well, because it's always a bit concerning when someone comes and talks something through and you say, right, well, this is what I would do. It doesn't always kind of go well, does it? So I said, well, it seems that you've come up with, you've got most of the details there. I said, this is what I would do, or in your position. Firstly, you're part-time, you've got 3 days teaching, which is full. Your timetable is already full. So they would have to take something off you to give it to somebody else. So the first thing to say is, I can't teach it. I've already got a full timetable. The second thing is that, she'd brought up that one of the senior members of the school who, they've always got lots of free time on their timetable, and they're supposed to do some teaching. One of the senior members of the school has got free time and is underrepresented, and they have done engineering. So it probably would be better if this senior member of staff, who has shown an interest in teaching it, and I'm sure would enjoy teaching sixth form students the engineering part, so say that. And then thirdly, if that doesn't work, then don't say you don't want to teach it, just say you don't have the maths background, and that you're willing to teach it, but you need that you'd want to go for retraining first and not just to be dropped in it. You say that you're willing to teach it, you just need training up to do it, and you think that that's totally reasonable. If after that you have to get unions involved or whatever to ensure that you get the training, then that's further down the line. Hopefully it will be kind of resolved by then. And she was a young female teacher, and she kind of paused and thought. And I thought, how's she going to take this? And she looked me square in the eye and said, you've actually thought this through, and you've summarised it and really given me some good advice, and I'd like to thank you for that. Thank you. That's what I'll do. And she walked off, and I was sat there and I thought, over 20 something years in teaching, and I believe I was a good teacher, to maybe it's the English way, praise to the face is utter disgrace, but I was completely shocked, but in a quite a deep way. Firstly, it was shocking to get the praise, just pure praise. You said this, you did that, that is brilliant, I'd like to thank you. No, oh, all right, well, thanks for that, or, I'll think about it, or, no, yeah, well, you said this, but you could have said that. Nothing, just straight, right. I found it shocking to receive the praise, but even more shocking to realise that just doesn't happen. It just does not happen. Forget all this, everybody wins a prize for something. You're kidding. You do something brilliant and, well. So, I sat there and I thought, no, this really is, quite different. And it made me think, wow, if that's happened to me, then I'm pretty sure that happens to everybody. And I thought, you know what, I'm going to, and I'd thought, it brought to mind somebody in the school, because I thought, I'm going to pass this on. I thought of somebody, she was a head of faculty, experienced teacher, been at the school a very long time, and not perfect in any way. This is between me and you. Not perfect in every way, but what she was very good at was training up young members of staff in her department. Really giving them confidence. They'd come in, not have confidence, and she would really train them and build them up so that they would have confidence that not only that they could be a good teacher, but that they could perhaps be a deputy head of faculty, a head of faculty, and consider themselves for senior management. Now that doesn't happen in not every manager's like that. A lot of managers feel threatened by their staff, keep them down. Particularly in a subject like maths, they never let people out of the maths faculty. They just need those maths teachers in there. So no, yeah, you carry on and teach maths. So I thought, I'm going to go and see this woman. So I went to see her, and she just happened to be free at the time. And I said, have you got a moment? Yeah, she knew me. And I said, I've just had something happen to me that I've not had before. And I'm going to tell you the tale. And then, so anyway, so I said, I described what had happened. And I said, and right, I am now going to pass this on to you. I think that you are really good at training up young people in your faculty. You do a great job of, pointing them in the right way of teaching, but also in giving them confidence that they can, and training them up that they feel that they can be a second in faculty, a head of faculty, and even consider themselves moving up through management. And I said, so I'd like to say, well done on that. And I could see her listening as I was talking through, and she just said, oh my God, that's absolutely amazing. You're right, that doesn't happen. I'm gonna do the same. You saying that, I thought of somebody who I think is doing an absolutely wonderful job, and I'm gonna see them right now, and I'm gonna tell them that. Not gonna go into any other thing. I'm gonna tell them what you said to me, the tale, and I'm gonna tell them what it is that I think that they're marvellous at, because they are. Nothing else, not going to mention anything else, just that, and tell them that you've come and done the same to me, and maybe they'll think of somebody and, go and pass that on. So that's my tale. So, I don't know if it's not exactly passing on a book. I don't know if it could be called the Pollyanna tag or the praise to the face tag. Whatever. But if that makes you think of somebody, maybe that person would appreciate you going and tell them how, what you think that they've done that's absolutely fabulous. Just an idea. What harm can it do? Bye for now, everybody.